So Chris, you can call us to order whenever you're ready.
I'd like to call the meeting to order. And approval of the minutes.
I approve.
I'll second.
You approve?
All right. Thank
We
you,
do need a
guys.
vote just quick, Chris, on that. I know that's half the group right there, but
All right.
Aye.
Can we have a vote for all those who approve?
Aye.
All those who do not approve or disapprove?
all right.
The
Great.
ayes have it. All right, visitor comments.
We don't have any, but just in this moment, Mr. Chair, if I can, I'd like to introduce your newly appointed member of the Crossroads Business District Commission, Julie Campbell, who's with us today in person, just appointed Tuesday night by the city council.
Welcome.
Welcome. So Julie, I apologize. Are you a business owner in the district?
Yes, I have the frame shop.
Frame shop. Okay. Yeah, I can't see you in the picture, but I've come down and had frames done many times. Sorry.
No problem.
Thank you so much for volunteering.
Oh, yeah, you're very welcome.
All right. Do we have a new council liaison?
So we do. Mr. Franklin couldn't be with us this morning, but David Franklin, city council member, is your new council liaison. The council liaisons rotate, across the year and such. And so David has taken the position as a liaison for Crossroads. And so we'll have the new rosters, including his contact for you all sent out. So, if you need to reach out to him in any way, you'll have that. And so the council liaison role, you know what they do. They bring you updates and they bring your updates back to the council. And so he's your guy for this year. So
That's great. Thank you.
Yep.
On old business, is there anything we need to do, talk about, or discuss on the streetscape update? Has anything changed?
nothing's changed. And we hope to have an update for you. What is this month, May? June.
Yes.
Thank you. We hope to have an update from the county in June so that quite possibly for the county to come present if they know the status of things, but also just to give you a sense of the timeline and such like that. So that's our plan for next month on the streetscape.
So I understand the county does the road, we do the sidewalks, bump out and lighting, and they do not have to go at the exact same time. What is the timeline for our streetscape updates versus their streetscape updates?
So they don't have to go at the same time. It may be most advantageous to have that. So that's what I wanted to have the presentation about. Likely what happens while there's two funding sources, the county and the grant and then the city for the streetscape, it'd be one contractor that we would likely have hired and then essentially split the project in terms of costs. Does that make sense, Chris?
Yep. And just so for my understanding, is the money earmarked and 100% available for us, or in 6 months, if there's an emergency, something happens in the neighborhood, could our money be moved away from this project and used for something different in Webster?
No, so we have got it. It's in the capital plan and it's there. So, it's 99% there. There is always, the city council always has the ability to move a project not yet started and say, sorry, folks. So, but the likelihood of that is incredibly small. So very small.
Okay, thank you.
Despite the fact that we've been working on this for 20 years.
I have talked with city council members. They are firmly committed to making sure it gets done. So it's in the capital plan and it's staying there until it's done. So.
And so I missed a little bit back there. We do have the historic lighting. We do have the planters. We have everything coming, right? It's not, we didn't budget, or we didn't change our, we didn't buy cheaper lights or something, did we, than what the rest of the neighborhoods have, the rest of the districts have? Okay.
I think that there'll be the conversation as we go forward. So there's the Sustainability Commission. This is not a done deal, has talked about LED lighting, the most energy efficient lighting, and the potential, I want to be very clear, the potential of a dark skies community ordinance, which of course dark skies just talks about light pollution, and then when you come to streetlights, shading down, to ensure that you can, and coming from Arizona, we certainly had a lot of this. You do see the skies and such in a much more vivid manner. They talked about that potential, which if the city council were to adopt a policy writ large for the city, we would have to comply with. But all the historic fixtures can make that work, right? They figured out ways to do that. Yeah, so I'm not worried about it. I just want to make you aware those kinds of policies, as we talk about sustainability, may come into play in some of these things.
Okay. What is the commission meeting schedule? What do we need to know on that?
So commission meeting schedule was Heidi was going to look at the schedule that we have for every month and see if there was any other moments or times. So I don't have any update. That was a chairwoman's request just to pull that up. So.
Okay. And we also have some additional vacancies, correct?
That is, so you have 7 total seats and you have 6 now, if I'm correct. So we have 1 vacancy left to fill.
Just one?
Correct.
Correct, yes.
All right. I talked to the owner of the clothing store. Allison, do you know the name of her? Josh, do you know the name of it? Is it Decadent?
Decadent,
Descendant.
descend.
That's pretty cute. Decadent, I like that.
I asked, she was down here doing a photo shoot behind one of our buildings, and I said, do you want to be involved? And she seemed tentatively interested, so maybe we could get her, or do you think anyone at Lark has any interest? Does anyone know anyone at Lark really well?
I know Lisa, the owner.
Would you mind asking her if she has any interest?
Sure, I was curious also if Alan Nearing had interest in coming back, because I could also mention to him.
I would love Alan. He was back. He was on the commission. He worked with Eric when we were talking about the streetscape. He jumped back in all of a sudden. We had a meeting at his other office and then he kind of disappeared. So if you could get either of them, he's an old member who's been on the commission previously.
Yes.
All right. Relocating the trash can. Which one are we relocating?
Well, so we haven't decided. We had this added because this conversation came up. There's on our map of Crossroad trash cans. So there's a trash can here in this little right here by critical management, which is the issue. Technically on our map, there's some trash can down here by your place that doesn't exist. I can't find it when I drive by.
We took it out.
Okay, got
We
it.
gave it back to the city.
All right, so the question becomes, and it's a double-edged thing here. One, waste management, we've all struggled, including residents in this town, with getting pickup. I mean, the amount of waste management complaints in the last 6 months have gone through the roof, exponentially bigger in terms of people getting pickup. This can here likely, and I say likely, I want to make very clear that is being filled by a lot of the clinical collection management folks that are coming, clients that are coming in and such. It gets filled up really quick. And then of course, waste management doesn't pick it up until we complain, usually spurred on by someone complaining to us that there's a problem and such. That was put there because there is a bus stop there. That bus stop, while it is not going to be removed, is not going to be used anymore. So the Metro has canceled that route, but they are not taking the bus stops out. That's a whole nother discussion. We don't need to spend our time down that rabbit hole today, but we can certainly pull that trash can, given the problems that it has and such, and not keep it there. I have no problem doing that, but I wanted to bring it to you since ultimately you folks did pay for it at some time in the past. The Crossroads funds paid for that can. So that is the conversation.
It seems like such a weird thing to have to just empty a trash can, that it's that hard, but I don't care if it's there or not. I suspect that the people who are dumping in there are passing through what you're saying. They would just dump it inside somewhere in a trash can or not pull it out of their car, unless somebody else thinks that, Julie or someone, if you guys are right across the street, if there's a lot of trash on the ground, if you think that trash can's not there, do we need it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't think it's really that necessary. The trash that comes in front of my shop is blown down from the intersection and I just pick up a few pieces. But I don't know, I didn't really even think about or realize there was a trash can there, so across the street.
Well, you wonder where the trash is gonna go. I mean, if it's full all the time, where's it gonna go if it's not there?
That's a good question.
So Allison, the thought was, if I'm carrying like a cup with me, I'm gonna throw it in there like a 7-Eleven cup. Well, when I walk into the office, I'll just end up putting in one of the trash cans inside.
Right.
The building. That was my thought.
Right.
There aren't that many walkers. There aren't like, this isn't
No.
like a million people walking by randomly, you know?
If we do pull it, how difficult would it be to put it back if there's a big issue?
Not difficult at all. We pull it at Public Works and then we just keep it in our yard or we reassign it. And if we need another one, we find another one and bring it over. So.
Okay.
And
I'm
so we
for
can
both.
pull it. We can
Yeah.
also, and if you want, we could just move it. I mean, it's, so you tell us, I've got no problem pulling it. We can see where the chips fall or whatever you wish. So.
Does
What if we-
any, sorry.
What if we put it closer to the bench at the corner?
The problem, Allison, is no one's gonna empty it. And if we move it towards the bench, it's just gonna look uglier towards the street, I think.
That's true, true.
What if we pull it and then bring it back if we need it? And let's see what happens. And Julie, you're kind of the canary in the mine down there. If you see a lot of trash buildup, then we know we got to go back.
Okay, I can do that.
Allison, do you think that'll be okay?
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I walk around there and I keep an eye on it.
Good.
Works for me.
All right.
Okay,
So
look at that.
do we need to vote on something, Eric?
You don't. I just needed that direction. So.
Okay. New business, Hawken House Music Series. There, I didn't even know this was happening again. That's awesome.
It is happening. Now I gotta find out where I put that's not it.
We
Somewhere.
we used to sponsor part of it.
Yeah, so that's what the question is. They have asked if you are willing to sponsor again this year. It's in your budget. It's $500. So we can certainly do that. I just want to double check with you all since since you have used to sponsor, if that's something you wish to do. So signage, you get all the signage at the series and at concerts and sprinkling it at the Christmas market.
Do we have a logo?
We don't, usually what we do is we put the Webster Groves logo and then Crossroads Business District with it and such. So the general city branding has been to maintain consistent branding as a city function across the way.
Okay. I personally have no care either way. So Julie, Allison, Josh, whatever you guys think, I'm fine with. But I don't care one way or the other. The downside is I don't know if it really brands us at all. I don't know if it really helps us, and it's in a different part of Webster. And I enjoy going to those concerts, but I never looked at the signage to see who sponsored it. So I'm not sure it really buys us any brand awareness or district awareness. So more of like a charitable type of gift.
That's kind of how I see it as well, but I'm fine with it.
Yeah, I'm fine with it, especially we've already had it budgeted in and it's minimal compared to some of the other things we're dealing with.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. Julie?
Yeah, I'm good.
Okay. Then I guess we keep it in there, Eric.
Okay, that's good. You don't have to vote on anything. I just wanted to hear that so I'll handle it from there and get the checks out to everyone. So.
Will you bring, yeah. What's BDC?
The Business Development Commission. So.
What's the update for them?
The Business Development Commission has a couple things, so you'll get an email today. All the businesses will. It's the last week of our business survey from the city. So the business, and I'll talk about what that means in my city update, but that's the last week for people to respond. So hope that we hear from you all to give the BDC some information on the needs and desires of the business community as they look at some strategic plan type work. Also, I know they're planning a scavenger hunt October 1st. So they will be reaching out to all the districts. CC Bartels is headlining that to work on involving, the whole, not just the 3 business districts, but also area up by Maypop. How do we involve Yorkshire? The areas not represented by a taxing district. So, and then the BDC has created a proposal, which did we send this to all the districts? Okay, we did. So you should have seen that, a business liaison proposal that was presented to the council for a staff member addition here at City Hall. And so the council has started to take that up. No action has been taken yet, but they did present to the council on Tuesday night during budget. So the BDC is busy, and of course their job is to look at how to help coordinate across the 3 districts, but also the whole of the business need and provide recommendations to the council across the entire city. So, and they meet, if you're ever interested, they meet on the 4th Thursday. So a week from today, same time, same place, same back channel. They do meet, and so.
Thank you, Eric. They do all the business stuff. Do they have updates on things like what's going on at the old Subaru lot? Do they have an update from the place down the street that's been opening for 3 years?
Bagel shop?
Yeah.
I saw a worker there yesterday, Chris.
I saw an oven. I walked my dog around it, and they've got like a kitchen and really cool lights coming in.
Great.
The answer, Chris, is they get updates. So most of those updates come through us at the city. The BDC is really looking at the business climate activities. If we're going to be a destination retail center, and I'm just using an example here, how do we best support that and enhance that across the entirety of the city? What are the needs, during COVID? Is it a parking restriction issue? Is it, grants to continue operating? Is it capital or workforce access? So in terms of those updates, I'll give you those updates in my city updates. Some of those things are, while I certainly know what's happening, the paperwork hasn't been filed for me to say yet. A public statement from the owners or the people with contracts on those particles. So parcels, particles.
Okay. Thank you so much. And then, do we have a city update?
So
Going on?
Yep. So I did want to highlight a couple quick things. City update. We do have on our, I think it's this one. Yes, there we go. On our website under business, you can always see who business licenses are. So this is outside of your normal renewals. So Chris, like your business, when you renew, this isn't on. These are people that are new, that have added a new business or who have closed. So you'll be able to see, those business licenses, what people have said to us. We're going to be updating across this year business licenses and working towards moving those into a much more online stream friendly way of submitting rather than our blessed paperwork, as I call it, and such. So that's one of our strategic goals from inside of finance. So that is available on the website. You can always see it whenever you wish. I did want to highlight budget since we've talked about some things. Our budget page is up, and the city council has pretty much done its amendment work now on the budget. So it takes a proposed budget from the city manager and then makes amendments, ultimately moving towards a public hearing, which is on June 7th, and then the final adoption on the 21st. If you go to webstergrovesmo.gov/budget, you will find this page. I just wanted to highlight the council, and I'll move them so you can all see this, has adopted a series of amendments on Tuesday night in a long meeting. And I just plain language described them. The council is making a very strategic decision to put some ARP money into sustainability issues. So for the first time for this city, we are going to be buying 4 electric vehicles this coming year, 2 for police and 2 for our fleet inspectors, meaning public planning and development, the folks who come out and inspect buildings and such. We will be putting in up to 10 electric vehicle charging stations. So not just at City Hall, we are thinking, and I want to come back and talk with you and really consider whether or not some of these land in Crossroads, especially given your proximity to interstate access. These are also for the public. So these are, the city's going to get in the, I hate to call it this, but the gas station business, but for EVs. So but that's good and part of our commitment to working on climate change. The council also did approve solar roofs to add in. I mean, we all see the power bills and what's happening, and certainly for the city, we see that as well. $100,000 in bicycle and pedestrian and traffic calming efforts on top of anything else that's already approved. and then $100,000 in further sustainability work this coming year. The council also in the budget put $100,000 into business development initiatives. So the BDC ultimately will be charged to help, recommend a plan, much like sustainability has recommended a sustainability plan about, where does that, how does $100,000 get used, and what kind of programs are business looking for? Hence the business survey, hence connecting with all the business districts about the issues they're seeing and such. So there's lots going on in the budget. What I wanted to highlight again is that this page is up. You can see things. You're going to get an update from us today about budget, just by email. Your Crossroads budget has not changed. It was, as we talked about, was submitted, no amendments, so it'll be finalized and approved. And if you do have any comments, good, bad, or otherwise, you are welcome to be at the public hearing on June 7th by Zoom or at City Hall if you want to make any comments about the budget.
And really quick, Eric, just so I understand, on the 10 chargers we put in, are they pay chargers or are they just free electricity and we have to pay for the electricity from them?
So the city's intention is, as I understand it as of now, is to have a couple here at City Hall that are obviously for the fleet that would be, working, but then the others would be pay chargers. So the public would roll up, put a card in. So the city will be providing power and then, making a recoup of that. So the
That's great.
taxpayers are, yeah.
Okay, perfect. I just didn't know if they were all going to be free, and I thought that could be a huge bill.
Right, no, so in the up to 10 is just simply the Ameren programs limit that we're working with. Theoretically, the council could come in and say, you know what, we like this, the program's going great, buy 20 more. And so that's certainly an allowable use of that American Rescue Plan funding. We do see EVs, we see them around town more and more now. But again, back to your district, you have a strategic location, unlike Old Webster and Old Orchard, where you are right on a proximity to interstate and to travel and to commuter access, and with Big Bend as well. So not trying to increase traffic in your world, and I know how much we all worry about that, but it is, we have to think about that strategic possibility as well. So
Perfect.
Would that have to be advertised on the highway somewhere?
it would, if it scales to that point. I think, there's that. Certainly, between you on this side of the freeway and the rec center on the other side, we are in close proximity between city properties, and available areas. So and
Yeah.
if they come and grab a bagel or go to Schnucks or, get an adjustment while they're charging, or go get their teeth cleaned, I think we got all sorts of things going on. So
Okay.
did I include everyone there? Did I miss anyone?
Get their taxes.
Yeah. So
Get their taxes done.
there you go. Yeah,
All right. Thank you for the update.
not a problem. And I will go back to the agenda for you.
Can I throw in one update somewhere?
You can throw it in right now.
Just a heads up in case we talked about this last time. It looks like Eric has approved incremental space. It looks like the pickleball tournament we're going to run down here is going to be a little bit bigger than we thought. So what we're going to do is we're going to take the third building, Bob Springer's building that we bought, and we're going to cordon off that parking lot and bring food trucks in there and tables and stuff. And then the front of the gas station parking lot will be where live music is and events. And then we'll have in between the two buildings, we'll have the courtyard open for people to rest or whatever, where there's Johnny on the spots. And then we're going to take part of Kenilworth, a little bit of Kenilworth, and a big chunk of Gore, and they're going to come down and mark out the pickleball courts. So it'll be from 9 to noon, and then the food trucks, the music, and everything will last till like 1 or 2 after that. So if anyone's interested and they want to participate, volunteer, play, do anything, there is information that's not available yet. I'll put it into chat in case you guys want to see it. We're working with a third party, and that third party is handling the registrations because they can handle all the nonprofit donations to the Montgomery Open Foundation, where it just goes on our books and becomes a big pain if we take the money. So It is available, and if you guys want to sign up for anything, please feel free, and it's free if you just want to show up and have fun. So we're going to promote that, and if there's anything you guys can do to help us promote it, we greatly appreciate it, but we'd also love to just have you come and hang out, listen to music, have lunch, watch the event. It'll bring a lot of attention down to this part of the district.
Yeah,
Cool.
sounds great.
I have several patients interested, so I'll send them your way.
I think the entirety of City Hall is waiting to hear how they register, so.
Here's the link. Do
Yeah.
it.
So, Chris, if you don't mind, and you tell me when you want this to start to go, but since it is a city event, Jenny Starkey can use the city platforms as well to help highlight, so.
I would love it. And we're getting ready to load it onto STL today, Riverfront Times, you know, the event calendar.
Okay.
But I would rather have, selfishly, I'd rather have a lot more local too. So anything we can do to promote it within the city, I'd greatly appreciate it.
I was mentioning before you came on that I think we're just gonna end up shutting down Gore and Kenilworth the way this keeps growing, and, you know. When you ask for Big Bend, then we have to have a whole different conversation.
But I think this would be a great way to showcase any of the businesses from, you know, Julie, the frame shop will have tons of people around here.
Yeah.
Josh, to your services, Allison, people will know we're here.
Absolutely.
And it's great because we get to help a cool charity in Webster.
Mhm. So, Chris, I can't remember if Sharon, now we're getting into permit specifics, but I think it's important. Did you guys intend to do up a banner that goes across the street? So, what I'm getting at is I can ask and see if we can drop it across Big Bend. I don't know what the county's rules are, but rather than keeping it up here, you know, to have one in your district down that way,
If we can have both, we take it. If we can have one or the other, we'll take it. We'll take anything we can get, it printed and ready for you.
okay. I'll work with Todd and see if that's doable, so.
Selfishly, we'd like this event to get really big and become like a Webster Groves destination event if we can down the road.
Yeah. Did you do your banner one-sided or two-sided?
We'll do two-sided. We
Okay.
can print it all. We're getting ready to print, so you just tell us whatever you need.
Okay, I'll get an answer quickly for you. So,
Okay. And Allison, Julie, Josh, if you guys don't mind, we're also going to have signage that we're going to ask if people wouldn't mind putting in their windows.
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
All right, so I've derailed that a little bit, and let's come back, I guess, to the agenda. You guys can copy that URL if you want, that's in chat. We'll announce it and send it out, but we really want the people who are close and near and dear to be able to sign up first for anyone who wants that before it fills up.
Great.
So it looks like we have to set the next meeting. Right now, it's June 16th. Is that correct?
that's correct.
Do you guys want to do June 16th, or do you want to wait until July? Or my suggestion is we do June 16th. We try to get a new member between now and then, somebody on the board, and then we possibly skip the July meeting because there's so many vacations and so much going on, and maybe regroup in August, September, unless there's some other reason, Eric, to do July, like we need to for some reason.
There's nothing then in my mind that says you need to do it, so.
What do you guys
Okay.
think?
I like the idea of the June 16th meeting and the momentum of carrying that through.
And we can make these quick, guys, but they don't have to be, you know, huge. Anything to help the city, help the commission, and get through all this, help us.
Right.
Josh, Julie?
Works for me.
Yeah, I mean, this looks like 40 minutes today, so, you know.
Yep. Fran, Eric, do you guys have anything else that you want to talk about, bring before, discuss, anything at all?
I have a quick question.
Yes, ma'am.
On the pickleball, you said the live music was going to be by the gas station?
Yeah, we're gonna put it in the parking lot up here so that the people playing pickleball can hear it and the people who are eating can hear it.
So you're talking about your
Yep.
non-functioning gas station?
the non-functioning gas station. So
All right.
we're trying to get the music so it can go both ways so people can enjoy it.
He's not all the way down on Elm.
The BP station? Okay, thank you.
All right. I guess that's it. Do we vote for adjournment?
Wait, is that how you name your buildings? You've got the gas station building, you got the what? The
We got-
Spanish doctor's building?
Yeah, the kids, my little kids, when they were young, started calling it the Villa. If you
Oh.
guys have never seen the inside of it, you should come by and tour. It looks like the Cheshire Inn.
Yeah,
There's the original photos from the famous bar Tea Room that we took. They were in storage and we got them up, the black and white photos that they had downtown in the old tea room. We have a big deer head, the big fireplace that roars, the whiskey bar, all that. So you should come see it sometime. Just come by and walk through. It's
Very
really,
cool.
really different. So they call it the Villa. And I
okay.
don't know what the hell we call the two-story brick building yet.
Bob's building.
Bob's building.
Well, that's the way it is in Webster. The house next door is still the Dolans until somebody moves in and moves out.
That's right. That's
That
right.
is true.
All right. I guess we vote for adjournment.
Okay,
Motion.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
All right,
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
thank
Eric,
you
thank
for
you.
running
Yes,
it.
thank you.
Thank you for guiding me through it, Eric.
No problem. Happy to do so. Thanks all.
Take
Thank
care, guys.
you.
Bye-bye.
Have a great day. Thanks.
Bye, Josh. Bye, Julie.
Keep
Bye.
smiling.